And I mean, it's not just the consumer's problem. It's the developer's problem, too. I mean, there's a reason that there's so many companies coming out and saying, you know, all these allegations coming out, all these firings happening. Like, it's not just me being a gamer and being like, blah, blah, I want my games to be better. Like, there's problems. There are a lot of problems behind the scenes going on right now that are coming out. That's very unfortunate. You know, and companies are having to go back on their word. You know, I want to believe with all my heart that Treyarch wanted to continue to support Black Ops 4. They said when they released the game that it was going to be like their most supported game ever. They were going to support it for years to come. But when Activision says, nope, we're firing like half your team and you're going to work on the new game now, there's nothing they can do. You know, it's not their fault. And we're not the only ones to suffer. They suffer too. Hey, we're in there.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
We got it, boys. Whoa! Alright, that's the best naming for a platinum. Whoa! Nice platinum. 0.9%. That's actually shocking to me given how easy these trophies are, but I guess... Well, actually, that's not true. You have to do the oxide times, and those are rough. And a lot of people bought this game, so it makes sense that the trophy percent would be low. Alright, let's open up the trophy list and add this bad boy. Alrighty, so, Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. This was not actually the next one in the list, but we got it out of order. So just because I played this game a bunch when it came out, and I was already close to the platinum, so I just finished it off. This was donated by Patrick Patan, so thank you, Patrick Patan, for the addition to the trophy list. I appreciate it. For run on stream, actually, well, technically, no. We got most of the trophies on stream, but not all of them. Difficulty. This one's kind of interesting because I am a very seasoned Crash Team Racing player, so for me, this was not difficult at all, with the exception of the oxide times, which were kind of difficult, not as hard as in the original game. But I would have to imagine that the oxide times are pretty difficult for most people to get. Wow, drift 15 times in a row during a race is like the rarest trophy. That's weird. Also, adventure mode on hard is pretty rare. But yeah, I would have to imagine that the oxide times are what trip up a lot of people. I don't know. What do you guys think? It's hard for me to come up with a number because I have played Crash Team Racing like my entire life, and to me, they were not very difficult at all. So, I don't know. I feel like I'm really biased. I was thinking like 6 or 7. But it's really, you know, a lot of these trophies, it's really dependent on what kind of games you like. I mean, if you're not a kart racer kind of guy, you would have to practice a lot to beat oxide times. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like 6 or 7 is fair. I think I'm going to give it a 7. Because I think, at the end of the day, like, if you're just looking at this list without any previous experience with any of these games, I feel like Crash Team Racing would be pretty tough. You know, it would take some practice to really learn it. If you didn't play the original, if you're not a big kart racer fan. So, I'm going to give it a 7. Fun. This one's interesting, because this is a really good platinum trophy. Keep clicking the wrong thing. I really like this platinum trophy. It is very, diverse, and it makes you do stuff that the game wouldn't normally make you do, which is what I like in a trophy list. I want my trophy list to add value to my video game, and this one definitely does that. I think a lot of people would not even really care about the oxide times if it weren't for this trophy. This trophy makes you get, or not that one, the oxide time one, down here somewhere. Where is it? It's a gold, isn't it? Yeah. So a lot of people probably wouldn't even, they'd probably try one of the oxide times and be like, wow, that's crazy, time trials aren't for me. But because of this trophy, it probably pushed a lot of people to at least attempt it. There's also a couple like goofy ones, you know, land 3 missiles from a missile power-up, use every power-up once, some shortcut trophies. There's the one for hitting someone directly with a potion thing. I always call them potions, but they're not potions. Beakers. And yeah, just some fun trophies that just add playability. And then I love that there's one for beating adventure on hard mode, because I think that's a really cool experience to beat the game, you know, the original game, but on a harder difficulty. Is there a trophy for getting 100% in adventure? I think there is. Yeah, earn all relics, which is basically 100%, because you have to get all the relics to unlock 100%. So yeah, I feel like, you know, I think what stands out with this trophy list is that I really can't think of one that I would add. A lot of times I say like, oh, well, I wish this game had this trophy or that trophy. I can't really think of a oh, that's true, yeah, beating Oxide once and for all, you have to have 100% to do that. I can't really think of a trophy I would add, you know? Like, maybe beat Classic Mode, but I don't see a reason to force someone to play Classic Mode if they don't want to. I don't really see a reason to have a speedrun trophy, because there's already, like, do the Oxide times and stuff. There is I don't know if there are any multiplayer trophies, which is really nice. If there are, they're very simple. So, overall, yeah, a really great trophy list. I'd be willing to give this a very, very high rating. Maybe not a 10, given that if you just play the game the way you normally play it, you would end up getting a lot of the trophies on your own. Which isn't a bad thing, but it's just, if I'm going to give a game a 10, it's got to be like this list that like completely changes the game. And I wouldn't say it completely changes the game. It just, you know, is a very good addition to the game. So I think I'm going to give it a 9, which is the first 9 we've given out in a very long time. The last 9 we gave out was KH2. And KH1 also got an 8.5. So, very good trophy list. I'm very happy with the trophy list. The other thing, too, is that there's a lot they could have done to ruin the trophy list. They could have put on a bunch of multiplayer trophies. They could have made them all brain dead. You know, they could have left out the Oxide times. But no, they really included everything without making... And another thing, too, there's no grindy trophies at all. Unless you count the Oxide trophies being grindy, just because there's a lot of them, but they're all a different challenge that are all difficult in different ways. There's no trophy that's like, get 10 million Wampa coins, or grind 5,000 Nitro points, or beat Adventure Mode 9 times, or some garbage like that. It's all stuff that if you picked one of those trophies and said, I'm going to get this trophy today, you could do it. So, very, very good. No glitches as well. And then we just need our final time, which I don't know if there's a good way to discern. I don't know if this game has any time stats. No, probably not. Even the adventure mode doesn't have a time on it. So I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to probably guesstimate. This guide says 40 plus hours, but entirely skill dependent. I agree. I was thinking, like, under options. No, I don't think there's scrapbook. I don't even know what this is. It has to load? It has to load the scrapbook? Oh, it's just pictures. Great! Oh boy, pictures! My favorite! Yeah, nothing really. Yeah, I feel like 45, 50 hours, somewhere around there. So I think I'll actually say 45 to 50 hours. I feel like is pretty good. Obviously, if you're Crash Team Racing God, then you can get it earlier. I probably could have gotten this platinum within 30 or 40 hours without like super tryharding, but I decided to kind of wait because I expected to play this game for a very long time, and I was just going to grab the platinum whenever I was finished playing it. Unfortunately, they kind of ruined the game, and so now I'm just kind of getting the platinum, and then I'm probably just going to put it on my shelf and not play it anymore. Unfortunately, as much as I hate to say it, because I really do love the game, but it's just not fun anymore. But anyways, thanks again to Patrick Batan for donating this to the platinum list. It was a very, very good platinum. Very amazing platinum. We're on a roll, like Ataru said, with good platinums lately, except a couple 1s and 2s spread about, but we won't talk about those. But yes, this is a great platinum. One of the best difficult, but also fun. So, very good. And that is our 103rd platinum. The next one, unless we get another random one, is going to be Neo.